Hello, people of the internet, and welcome to the Canadian International Auto Show here in Toronto. This is my hometown show. It's the one I've been coming to since I was a little kid, and I'll tell you, I'm just as excited about it now as I was all those years ago. There's so much to see and do. There are so many new vehicles here. And speaking of new, well, we have here the 2019 Forester. This is completely redesigned for the 2019 model year. And this one, in my opinion, is the best looking one of the bunch. This is the Forester Sport. So it has those orange and black accents inside and out. It has those black alloy wheels and finished in this crystal white pearl paint. I think it looks just as fantastic as it drives. But beyond just looking good and driving good, it's also safe. It's built on our Subaru Global platform, which means that it's stronger, it's more rigid, and it's going to protect you in the event of a collision. Now, speaking of the Subaru Global platform, the vehicle that introduced that for us just a couple model years ago is the Impreza sitting beside me. Not only was it built on the Subaru Global platform, but it also has available eyesight, which makes it a top safety pick plus according to the IIHS. Now, the awards don't end there for the Impreza, and actually, the good folks at the ALG just announced this as a 2019 Canadian Residual Value Award winner. So you're asking yourself, well, what does that mean? Well, according to the ALG, this vehicle is projected to retain its value better than any other car in its segment. So that means you can drive it for years and years and enjoy it, and it's still going to be worth a pile of cash when you're done with it and you're ready to pass it down to your kids or another member of your family. So you're thinking, well, it's time for me to move on to a different vehicle, maybe a little bit of an upgrade. Well, look no further than the 2019 Subaru WRX. This rally-inspired sports sedan is fast, it's fun, and just like the Impreza, it's safe because this model sitting on the floor is our WRX Sport Tech with eyesight. And that means it brings with it our eyesight suite of safety features, including adaptive cruise control, lane departure warning, lane keep assist, automatic emergency braking, you name it, it's got it all. So it's fast, it's fun, and it's safe. But back to the fast and fun, we have here the 2019 Subaru WRX STI. This is about as fun as it gets. This is the road-going rally king. It's finished in World Rally Blue Pearl paint, 6-speed manual transmission, and those of you who remember, for the 2018 model year, this refresh brought with it mounting points for your crossbars. Now that means you can get your bike on the roof, your skis, your snowboard, head up to the ski hill, and that snow will not be a problem because this car, of course, is equipped with our legendary symmetrical full-time all-wheel drive. So you're going to thrash your way through that snow and have a smile on your face the entire time. Now, when it comes to smiles for miles, well, look no further than the 2019 BRZ. And this model in particular is a very special one. This is the Canadian exclusive 2019 BRZ Ryu edition. It's limited to just 100 units in Canada. All of them are finished in this beautiful, cool gray khaki paint. They have the STI side under spoilers, the STI lip spoiler, the STI short throw shifter, and it's based on the BRZ Sport Tech RS trim. So that means it has Brembo brakes, Sachs dampers. That engine is mounted so low in the engine bay, it's perfectly balanced. You can toss this thing around, have a blast out on the open road. Now, moving into our utility side of the booth, we have for you again the Forester, but uniquely this is the Forester Premier. And this one in particular is finished in the newly introduced Jasper Green metallic paint. And I think this green paint with this brown leather interior is an absolutely stunning combination. It's beautiful, that's very supple, full grain leather, heated seats, heated steering wheel. This thing is amazing. And even more amazing is the inclusion of the Subaru First driver-focused distraction mitigation system. So what that means is that when you're out on the road, this thing's gonna keep an eye on you to make sure you're keeping your eyes on the road ahead where they should be. It also has a drowsy driver alert system that will detect if you're starting to doze off and give you a warning. We've all been there, long road trips, you start to feel yourself dozing off. This is going to alert you to that to keep you safe out on the road. We have another Forester here, finished in Horizon Blue Pearl, another new color for 2019. We also have the rest of our utility lineup, and it's a pretty well-rounded one. Starting with the Crosstrek, this is our smallest utility, but that's only an exterior footprint, because when you look inside of this thing, it has tons of room for you and your stuff. It's our city-sized utility vehicle, so it's easy to maneuver around town, but it's also not going to compromise when it comes to getting your stuff up to the cottage, on a long road trip, you name it. Now, speaking of long road trips and needing tons of room, well, if you need room, look no further than the 2019 Ascent. This is all new, seating for up to 8 people, 2,449 liters of cargo space. It's incredible. And even more incredible is that just like the Crosstrek, just like the Forester and the Impreza, it's built on the Subaru global platform. It's scalable, but what that means is that we can maximize that interior space for both people and their stuff by pushing the wheel arches further out, by stretching that cargo room. There's no compromises when it comes to space. Now, lastly, representing our utility lineup is our very first utility vehicle, and that is the Outback. We introduced this thing back in the mid-90s, and it's still just as functional today as it was all of those years ago. It has that car-like ride and handling with the benefit of a ton of cargo room inside. I drive one of these and I love it. I think it's the quintessential Subaru. It's the one I think of every time I think of the Subaru brand. But the vehicle I'm most excited to show you guys is the one up here on the stage, and that is the 2020 Legacy that made its Canadian debut here at the Canadian International Auto Show. Just like those other vehicles I mentioned, it too is built on the Subaru global platform, but it has a few other tricks up its sleeve, including the availability for the first time since 2012 in the Legacy, a turbocharged boxer engine. This is a 2.4 liter boxer engine, and what that means is that you're going to get the power of a 6-cylinder engine with the fuel economy of a 4-cylinder. A few other tricks it has up its sleeve include this massive available 11.6-inch infotainment system. This thing functions just like a smartphone or a tablet. The buttons are big. They're right there for you to see, so you don't have to take your eyes off the road to change radio stations or take a look at the map. We also made sure to retain important hard touch features like the volume knobs, like the climate control switches, the hazard switch, the rear defrost, the front defrost, so again, you don't have to take your eyes off the road. Now, another cool feature is, for the first time in Canada, the availability of our Starlink connected services. So what that means is whether it's convenience features or emergency features, we have you covered whether you're in the car or on your phone. You can do things like remote engine start with climate control right from your phone. You can have navigation directions sent right to your head unit from our concierge service, and in the event of emergencies, this thing does that, have that capability as well to send help when you need it. It also offers the most rear seat legroom of any car in this segment. And now it's one thing for me to just show you what it has to offer inside, but as you can see, I'm a pretty tall guy. I'm about 6'3", and as you can see, I fit in the back of this thing without a problem. Still tons of room. I'm comfortable back here, but there's also a ton of room up front for a similarly sized adult to sit up there for a long road trip. I could definitely see. Of course, because this is a Subaru, it has standard full-time all-wheel drive. That available turbocharged engine. Unfortunately, I can't get into too many trim details right now, so you're going to have to stay tuned. So I think that's it for me, guys. We'll be down here at the Canadian International Auto Show through February 24th. So please come down and check us out. We'll also have the St. John's Ambulance Therapy Dog program and an activation down on the main floor that features a selfie mosaic, a really cool addition to this year's show. So please head on down to the Metro Toronto Convention Center and check us out.